Imagine being given a promise so solid, it's compared to the sun and the moon. You're told your legacy is untouchable, that your throne will last as long as the heavens exist. And then, almost overnight, you watch that entire legacy crumble into dust.
It sounds like a tragedy, doesn't it? Like the rise and fall of a great empire.
Exactly. But we aren't talking about Roman history or a Shakespeare play today. We are looking at this incredible collection of ancient poetry, specifically the Psalms surrounding the Davidic covenant. It's a roller coaster, isn't it? You have these moments of absolute cosmic joy, and then complete devastation.
It really is. And I think that's why these texts, Psalms 89, 132, and the others in this set, are so gripping. They don't shy away from the tension. On one hand, you have Psalm 132, which is this desperate, beautiful backstory. It describes David refusing to sleep, refusing to even go home until he finds a place for the divine to dwell.
Right, the sheer determination there is palpable. It's not a casual religious observance, it's an obsession.
Precisely. And because of that zeal, you get this reciprocal promise from the divine. It's a you scratch my back, I'll establish your lineage forever kind of moment. But here's where it gets fascinating. If you look at Psalm 105, the writer zooms out. They stop looking at just the king and start looking at history. Abraham, Joseph, Moses, it's a legal brief proving that this God always keeps his word even when it looks impossible.
Oh, I love the Joseph example in there. It's such a weird twist. The text basically says, God sent a man ahead of them into slavery.
It's jarring. You have Joseph in chains, feet bruised, neck in iron. It looks like abandonment, but the poet argues that this was actually the strategy. The suffering was the vehicle for salvation. And that context is crucial because when you get to the celebration songs like Psalm 96 and 100, the joy isn't naive. It's a joy that has survived the fire.
Speaking of joy, Psalm 96 is wild. It's not just people singing, it's the trees and the oceans screaming out.
It's cosmic resonance. It's the idea that when justice is real, nature itself reacts. But, and here is the pivot, this cosmic authority demands personal integrity. You can't have a king who rules the waves, but can't rule his own living room.
That brings us to Psalm 101, right? This one felt different to me. It felt stricter.
Much stricter. It's a manifesto of personal ethics. The speaker is saying, I will not look at anything vile. I won't tolerate gossip. I'm cleaning house. It suggests that you cannot claim the big, eternal promises of David if you're living a duplicitous life. It's the condition of the covenant. You want the throne, you have to walk the walk.
But here's the problem, and I think this is the heart of our discussion today. We humans usually don't walk the walk. We mess up. And that leads us to the elephant in the room, Psalm 89.
The Great Lament.
It starts so high. I will sing of your love forever. And then, halfway through, the car drives off the cliff.
It's one of the most jarring transitions in literature. The poet spends verses detailing this ironclad contract. I will never lie to David. His line will endure forever. And then, suddenly, but you have rejected him. You've thrown his crown in the dirt.
It feels like a betrayal. The writer is literally asking, where is the love you promised? It's raw.
It is, and I think that's the point. The text is wrestling with the gap between theology and reality. The theology says God is faithful. The reality says Jerusalem is in ruins. How do you reconcile that? The fascinating thing is that the psalm doesn't actually resolve it. It ends with the question hanging in the air, how long, Lord?
So, is the implication that the covenant failed?
I don't think so. I think it redefines what the covenant is. Psalm 89 mentions that if the children break the rules, they will be punished with the rod. But the loving kindness won't be taken away completely. It suggests that the ruin, the suffering, isn't a sign that the promise is broken. It's a sign that the promise is being enforced through discipline.
That's a tough pill to swallow. It's essentially saying, I love you too much to let you get away with this, even if it means destroying the very throne you sit on.
Exactly. It's a severe mercy. And if you look back at Psalm 105, remember Joseph? The chains were part of the promise. The destruction of the king's pride in Psalm 89 might be the only way to save the king's soul.
It changes how you read the happy parts, doesn't it? When Psalm 100 says, we are his people, the sheep of his pasture, it's not just a fluffy image. Sheep get sheared. Sheep get heralded by dogs.
Right. Being chosen isn't just about privilege, it's about being held to a terrifyingly high standard. The crisis of Psalm 89 isn't that God left, it's that God came close enough to judge.
That is a haunting thought. We want the forever throne of Psalm 132, but we aren't always ready for the house cleaning of Psalm 101.
And perhaps that's the takeaway. The covenant stands firm like the sun and moon, but our experience of it changes like the seasons. Sometimes it's summer and the trees sing. Sometimes it's winter and the crown is in the dust, but in both, the king is still there.
Just waiting for the next spring. That's a powerful place to leave it. It's not a neat ending, but it's a real one.
And sometimes, an honest question, how long, is the highest form of faith we can offer. God bless.